Alec, the LNERJ83, works the yards at Vale. He's been doing so since 1900 and has done this job very well. He takes it very seriously and therefore displays all manner of professionalism when doing so. However, as the yards got bigger and he got older, Mr. Lance realized he needed help. One morning, Alec was having a chat with Aberdeen at Vale. Ugh, I still don't see why you think you would leave. I'm not saying full time. Maybe Penn would go down south. He has been talking about wanting to go down there to see what it would be like. Well, he couldn't be spared anyways. After all, the passenger trains have been increasing here. Hello Alec. Can I speak with you briefly, please? Of course, sir. What's up? I'd prefer if we spoke in the yards. Okay, sir. Right, what did you want to talk to me about? First off, I want to compliment you on how hard you've been working. Thank you, sir. Now, there's a new tank engine that will be giving you a hand around here. He's fresh out the works and he needs the experience in the yard. Show him the ropes. Sure thing, sir. Great. I knew I could count on you, Alec. Later in the evening, the engines had all finished a good day's work. Just then, they saw a black 060 tank engine rolling into the yard. The tank engine stopped and smiled at the engines.
Hello there. My name's Justin. I'm here to work the yards here.
Hello there. Welcome to the Rosworth Vale.
You know, I can't wait to start working here.
Say, I do have one question.
Yes?
Did you know an engine by the name McKinnon?
Yes, he told me about this railway. Like I said, I can't wait to get started.
Well, I imagine you travelled quite far, so go get turned around and then back into the sheds. Have a rest.
Definitely, will do. Hey, come on, wake up you lot, it's time for work. Ugh, Justin, what are you doing? Come on, isn't it time to start work?
Not quite, Justin. You see, our driver and fireman, they're the ones who come to start us up.
So, those men over there? Oi, driver, fireman, over here!
I think they know which engine is which.
Hello there, Justin. I am your driver. The man who just stepped into your cab is your fireman. Now, I hope we can have a long and fulfilling career together.
Oh yes, of course, sir.
Justin arranged the first passenger train of the day that Penn was meant to pull. Penn was surprised at how gentle and calm the young shunter was being around the coaches. This surprised him, as Justin had only been out of the works for at least 2 months. Penn acknowledged this and went on his way, happy at how the shunter had handled his train. Throughout the rest of the day, this is how it would be. Alan was pleased with how he shunted the wagons, and even Aberdeen didn't have anything particularly bad to say about Justin, despite the fact he was from the LMS and not the LNER. The only engine who wasn't pleased was Alec. Due to how quickly the Jinty worked, Alec rarely got to do anything now. He was often left in the sheds, which he had enough of. To add to this, he often saw Justin making friends with the engines and getting closer to them. By this point, this was the last straw, and he had come up with a plan to pay Justin out. Now, Justin, there's a short goods train I take. It's not too long, and it only goes up to Armandale. Mr. Lance has asked you to take it. Really? I mean, I didn't think you trusted me yet. I mean, I've only been in the yards for what? A few hours. I guess he sees the potential in you, I suppose. Now, you'd best get off. You don't want the train to be late, do you? Of course not. I'd best set off. Thanks, Alec. Justin set off for the wagons, none the wiser to Alec's plan. Now, the vans Alec takes on his goods train are usually very safe. They've got decent braking equipment, and usually never have problems. This was not the case today, as the vans Justin would be taking were very old, the brakes were worn, and weren't good. Justin didn't know this, and was falling right into a trap. He departed from the yards with the goods train, ready to take on the task that he thought had been assigned to him. Now, at Lowfell Goods Loop, there's a set of points. One leads on to the main line after a passenger train goes through. However, the other leads to a dead end without buffers. Justin didn't know this and proceeded ahead. Penn was a few minutes ahead of schedule. He had a short train, and therefore was able to pass the goods loop easily. Justin saw the end of this train and knew he would be able to pass. He was prepared to make this switch when all of a sudden he saw that the points were set in the wrong direction and they weren't switching back. He whistled loudly, however, the signal box was too far away. He closed his eyes as he started to run off the track. Ow. Well, that didn't go exactly as planned. Are you alright, driver? Yes, of course I'm okay. What about you, Justin? I'm fine. A bit shaken after that accident, though. Mr. Lance had returned from a meeting in London. He arrived at Lowfell quickly. Alec was there as well. Sir, I'm so sorry. I just don't know how this could have happened. Well, Justin, I'm partly to blame. I wanted some buffers placed where you had your accident. To add to that, I wanted the signal box closer so that the signalman would be able to hear. But why did you take Alec's goods train? Alec, what did you do? I might have told him that you said he could take my goods train, But the only reason was because I wanted him out the yard. I mean, he was taking all the jobs I was doing. And I mean, it kind of felt like he was replacing me. Alec, I wouldn't replace you. You've been loyal to me since 1900. That's about 28 years. I wouldn't let you go now. Thanks for that, sir. And, Justin, I'm sorry for that trick I pulled on you. It was wrong. I forgive you, mate. Well, now that's all sorted. No, I don't think so. You see, I'm gonna get the funds for that construction project, and I want you on that project. Maybe this will teach you not to play pranks on new engines. Well, that sounds boring, though. Either that or I know Basil might need help at the lumber mill. Well, if it's those two options, I'll take the construction project. Indeed, Alec did take the construction project. He found this very boring and tiring. He didn't like doing this job. He knew now that if a new engine did arrive, he wouldn't pull a prank on them, as this was a consequence he would not want to undertake again.